Hey guys, this is Mike from BTech Reviews here, and today's the unboxing and first impressions of the Coolpad Legacy S by Boost Mobile. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is the Coolpad Legacy S unboxing, and I just want to first off give a big shout out to Coolpad Americas for sending me this device to test out and review for you guys. So again, this is just the unboxing and first impressions of the video. Will this phone stack up against the other Coolpad Legacy, which is first debuted on Metro by T-Mobile, but now it is on Boost as well? Again, this phone is a little bit cheaper. Let me go ahead and get this unboxed for you guys, and we'll get this going for you guys. All right, let's see. I like the packaging on this device, by the way. Here we go. So of course this device is going to be obviously cheaper than the original Legacy device. Let's take a look at the phone itself here. It looks like it's just going to come in a regular little plastic packaging there, but again, all the way around, it's not a huge phone. This one is a 5.45 inch display. It's got 16 gigs of internal memory according to the box there, 2 gigahertz quad core processor, so it's not too bad. If you guys look at the back there, it only has a single lens on the camera interface, so it's got that speaker grill on the bottom over here, so you guys can check that out. Let me go ahead and peel this off for you guys. I'm wondering if this has an internal battery or an external battery. I might have to pull this out. Let's take a look at the bottom really quick here. Looks like it's USB Type-C, which it's pretty interesting actually for a phone under, I believe, $75. And I'll update the pricing information on the spec sheet down there in the towel section. But yeah, for a phone this cheap to have USB Type-C is pretty unheard of, especially nowadays in 2019. Nice little power button there for you guys, so you can check that out. It's got that front-facing camera on the top left. It's got a little bit of a chin, a little bit of bezels just from looking at it. Let me take a look. Let's take a look at the rest of the box here really quick, guys. I'm gonna put the phone down and we'll get this going for you guys. The battery might be in here, yes. So it does have a removable battery, which is interesting to see. And again, here is your charging cable, which again, it is USB Type-C. So let's get that going for you guys. Let's see if I can get that to focus there. If not, we'll see. Okay, hold on. Come on, focus. If not, no worries. It is USB Type-C though, for you guys that want to know, which I think is pretty crazy. And here is your standard charging brick, USB charging brick. Let me see. Lettering's kind of crazy, so I can't see the wattage. That's okay though. I want to say it's probably a 5 or 10 watt charger over here. And nothing else really comes in the box from what I'm seeing here, so I'm just gonna put that back. I already have charging cables, etc. for that. So let me go ahead and get the battery popped in, and then we'll go ahead and get this turned on for you guys. Okay, all right guys, so this phone does have a 2450 milliamp battery, so pretty low compared to today's standards, at least in my opinion. Most phones nowadays have at least 3000 and up, or especially with the bigger screens. Obviously this one's a 5.5 inch touch display, so it's not going to be that huge. Interesting that this does have a removable battery though, considering that the regular Coolpad Legacy does not have a removable back. But again, for the price point, this phone is only $59.95 on the Boost Mobile website, so it is again under $75. $60 price point is pretty good, especially if you're transitioning from service to service, or you just need a phone to replace another phone. Cool part about it is it does have expandable memory though back here, so you do have your micro SD card slot back here. Of course, you have your Boost SIM already encaved in it. I just kind of find it weird that you know, I'm still having to remove, I guess, you know, battery covers in 2019. I feel like that's so strange, because you know, most higher end phones do have that. And you know, I think it's just interesting. Like me, I carry a flagship around obviously, but at the same time, I guess, you know, it's just something, you know, people are not really caring for anymore, I guess, as far as the removable battery. Some people do obviously, but I guess myself, I don't really mind just having one that's non-removable at the end of the day. So a cool feature about this obviously is you still have that headphone jack right on top. See if I can get that viewed for you guys there. So if you guys want to plug in an actual pair of headphones without having to connect to Bluetooth or kill more battery, you have that option. So let's go ahead and get this started for you guys. Let me get this set up, and then we'll go ahead and walk you through you know, the phone and how it works. Thank you guys for waiting here. So now that I got this thing set up, you know, I got the phone started, and for the most part, you know, it's a mid-range device, or lower than a mid-range device, to be honest. Right now it's still in the process of wanting to update all the apps, but what I can can tell you though is that this phone is running Android 9.0 out of the box, so let's just show you guys really quick that. About phone, the CP36A, the Coolpad Legacy S, and again it's running Android 9.0. Doesn't look like it's been updated as far as security patch level since July 5th of 2019, which doesn't seem like that long ago. Don't expect probably this phone to get Android 10, but for what it is and for the price, you know, Android 9.0 is still one of the latest and greatest versions of Android, and you know, you'll still be able to get those security patches released for at least a couple of years, okay? And I'm pretty sure no one will probably keep a phone like this longer than a couple of years either way. So again, the screen, it's not an amazing screen to gawk at. It's not bad either though. I guess maybe it's just the wallpaper that I have installed already. So I'm going to take a look at the wallpapers with you guys really quick, and let's see if we can get something a little better looking here. Oh, that's a lot better. Brightness also isn't crazy, by the way. Here, I like that one. Let's set that wallpaper. Home and lock screen. There you go. That looks a little better in my opinion, right? So let's get the brightness all the way up just so you guys can see that. Ooh, it is bright. So brightness wise, I mean, it can get pretty bright, but at the same time, again, this is, you know, one of those cheaper LCD panels, so it is going to be a little washed out at specific angles here. Let me lower it back down to, just because it's kind of hurting my eyes just a little bit. For the most part though, very interesting, I guess. You know, I haven't used the phone with Android 9 in a while, so getting used to the features of this phone is a little bit interesting, I guess. You know, you have to swipe up in order to switch apps. It kind of reminds you a little bit of the iPhone in a way, because that's basically what it is. You swipe up or you do a little gesture and it'll take you to your most recent apps, which is cool, but at the same time I kind of miss the buttons down here, especially on the bottom where, you know, it gives you just like the square, the back, and then like the recent apps button. I'm more of a fan of that, and I'm hoping that I will be able to configure that in the you know, the settings and the review, etc., like that. But I mean, it's an interesting little phone. I mean, for the price, again, it's, you know, I'm just kind of shocked. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the actual apps here, but again, I feel like it's just catching my gesture instead of actually opening up the apps. So here we go. But you can see there that it finally wants to open up the apps. So out of the box, obviously not a lot of bloatware. You have your camera app, your contacts, your typical Gmail apps like Google Drive, Keep, etc., like that, you know, YouTube. So not a lot of bloatware. Once you get this fully activated, of course, it'll get all of that Boost Mobile stuff installed, which I'm just really not a fan of to begin with, especially since, you know, phones like these do not have a lot of memory, or not memory, but internal storage to begin with. So as you can see here, again, this only has 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and again, 6 of it's already being used out of the box, so it doesn't leave a lot of room for media stuff like that, like pictures, so, or movies or music. So if you guys want to put movies and music on here, you know, or you want to download Netflix and you want to download movies for like offline, you know, viewing, etc., like that, then you know, it might be a little cumbersome in order to do so, because you won't be able to download much, if anything at all. So let's go ahead and just test out the camera app really quick, because I want to check that out. Camera app looks kind of weird over here, actually. The Coolpad, the original Coolpad, or the Coolpad Legacy, the original, this is the S, had a pretty good camera. And this one, I want to say it's not a bad camera from the looks of it either. Looks like it takes pretty decent shots in low light, but again, I do have a spotlight over here. So let's see how fast that takes. Really pretty quick. Yeah, you have tap to focus also. Whoa, hello. Okay, so let's see if we can get that going for you guys. So really not that bad. I'll see if I can get the picture up here on the actual screen. View full screen by pressing this. Okay, so again, it doesn't look bad. Video wise, let's take a look at, you know, what the resolution of video can be at least. It's got an 8 megapixel rear camera, by the way, guys, and a front-facing 5 megapixel front-facing camera. So if anything, at the most, I want to say this only is going to shoot in 1080p. So yes, just for reference, you can shoot 1080p. Want to say it would be 30 frames a second, but by default, it has it set to 720p. So just an FYI, you can shoot as low as 352, and of course, you know, typical VGA, which is 640 by 480. But again, I guess most by default it's going to shoot in 720p just to save you a little bit of memory. So you can do that. It has auto white balance feature, which is pretty cool. Most people will just leave it on auto depending, but I think it's interesting that it does give you a few little extra features there. And of course, you know, here the regular camera app, you still can change the settings a little bit. Again, you can change the aspect ratio from 8 megapixel to 5 megapixel to 2 megapixel, and so forth. So, and of course, ISO, you can change white balance. So it does have a little bit of a configurability as far as, you know, what you can mess around with on the camera app. So, you know, if you guys are into taking pictures, whether it be like Instagram or, you know, Facebook, etc., like that, you just like to take pictures of your dogs or something like that, you know, you might be able to get a few good shots there. But for the most part, you know, I don't think the camera sensor on this phone is going to be something crazy to look at, especially when taking pictures. So you're not going to win any awards with this camera. But again, guys, you know, this is just a quick overview of it. You know, I'll go ahead and you know, go out into the world later on, test a little bit of video, get a little bit of footage of this device, and, you know, see how the battery plays out with it. I'm just kind of again shocked that this thing does have USB Type-C on it. So see how fast it charges, and then we'll go from there. But again, guys, this is Mike with the unboxing of the Coolpad Legacy S. Let me know what you guys want to see down in again the tile section down below. You know, if you guys want to see specific pictures or videos, etc., go ahead and let me know. But again, guys, a big shout out to Coolpad Americas for sending this out to me, as again, this is, you know, a review unit for me. So big shout outs to them for letting me test out this device. And again, you know, this is Mike from B-Tech signing off, guys. If you guys like my channel, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys like my channel, go ahead and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.